Hey, I have a fun little video for you today that is kind of a response to a question that I get asked pretty much every day, which is how do I get more people to hear about or to see my offer? And maybe, you have a course or a program or a product that you're obsessed with, and I know how much work goes into actually creating an offer that you love and that you're ready to really stand behind. And so it's only right that you should get more people to see that offer, especially if your program is going to change people's lives. Like, we got to get it in front of those people, right? And maybe you've thought to yourself, like, okay, maybe I need more Instagram followers, or maybe I need to start a YouTube channel, or do I need ads? What do I need to do to get more eyeballs on my offer, product, service, whatever it is for you? So I'm going to share with you two kind of fun ways that you can do that. There's so many different ways. I share about the system that I use to actually attract leads to me every single day inside my program, Your Most Profitable Quarter Yet. But these are two other ways that are pretty fun and things that I recommend. So the first way is I try to leverage other people's audiences. So you want to ask yourself, who already has my audience? Is it Lululemon? Is it Whole Foods? Is it Chatelaine? Is it Cosmopolitan? Like, who already has my audience? And maybe it's somebody in, let's say you're a copywriter and this is like a big graphic designer who you've seen or on Instagram and who you follow or whatever. They already have your perfect audience, but they're not in a competitive niche to you. So they're not somebody who, if you were to pitch to their audience, they would kind of find it weird because they're offering a similar service. You don't want to do that. It's weird. It's awkward. Instead, you want to ask yourself, who already has my audience in a complementary niche? And then the second thing you want to do is try to get in front of that audience. And I like to do that through two different ways. The first way is to be on other people's podcasts. This is such a fun thing to do. Being on other people's podcasts gives you an opportunity to get in front of their whole audience. I've talked about this before, because I have a program called Pitch Perfect where that's literally just about this because I love it so much. But when you're on someone else's podcast, it almost is like a referral of you to that person's audience, because if you listen to somebody's podcast, you really trust them. You like them. You get them in your ears like every single week. You already really trust them. And if they can recommend you, or if they're asking you questions and they're genuinely interested in you and your offer and your services and your philosophy, then it's really like a kind of rec from that podcast owner. And so the audience who's listening to that podcast, no matter how big or small that audience is so much more likely to find you on social, to take you up on downloading one of your freebies, or to actually purchase your products. Plus, it's just really fun. You get to network, meet new people, and all of that, stuff that a lot of times we don't really get to do if you're a purely digital entrepreneur. Sometimes it's just like your laptop. Case in point, just me, my cat, and you. That's just sometimes how it is, right? So getting on other people's podcasts is one of my favorite things to do. It's really fun. I meet new people, and generally they have a different perspective on whatever your niche is. And so it's cool to interact with different people about your topic of expertise. It keeps you on your toes. And then the second thing that I like to do is a little bit easier, but it's just collaborate. So I kind of, I kind of shared a couple examples before. You could reach out to somebody who has an Instagram following of your ideal clients, say, hey, let's do a joint Instagram live. You could reach out to someone like Lululemon and say, hey, I'd love to put together a webinar for your audience. It's completely free. Here's what I would teach them. Do you want to do that? And maybe Lululemon would email out to their audience for you. And so many different brands will do that and would love if you created a training that would actually be valuable for their audience. That makes them look good, right? And that's what you want to do. You don't want to just say hi, can you talk about me on your email list? No, they're not going to do that. Instead, you have to come with a pitch. You have to come with something that is actually genuinely valuable to that coffee shop, to Lululemon, to Whole Foods, to wherever you're actually pitching. This is so valuable, and really the way that I grew my community and got almost all of my first clients when I first started my business. By doing this, I would like take my little pitch and I would walk to stores, I'd walk to like little boutiques that sold yoga clothes, and just pitch them and say, hey, I could create something really cool for your audience. I could, let's put on a 2-weekend event at your store and we could do all of this cool stuff. And it works really well. So those are my 2 kind of fun ways to get more eyeballs on your offer. Number 1, be a guest on people's podcasts. It's really fun. And a lot of times people are looking for guests. And 2, reach out and collaborate with people in compatible niches. That's not the right word. Complementary, but also compatible. Complementary niches to yours. It's one of the best ways to grow your network and also to create an audience of people who have already seen your value right up front. So your job tonight is to like brainstorm, what are some ways that I could collaborate? What are some ways that I could leverage other people's audiences and provide value to them, and in order to grow my community and in order to actually get that offer in front of as many new people, as many new eyeballs as possible, and continue to expand that influence before maybe you have money for Facebook ads or Pinterest ads, or before you have your funnel set up or anything like that. Those are my my little tips. If you want more, ask me any questions that you have about this in the comments. I have like lots of different strategies that we use to get more eyeballs on our offers, and I'm happy to share more. So let me know if you have any questions. Bye.